bed.
Well, new at 6, South Bend is planning a major facelift for its historic cemetery. WSBT 22's Zach Crenshaw is here. And Zach, what is the city planning to do exactly?
Well, they're making improvements not only to the cemetery, but to the entire neighborhood, Rick, surrounding it. The goal, to change the perception of eerie and run down to historic and beautiful.
You can hardly see the cemetery. Nobody actually really knows it's stuck back in there.
If you make it to the South Bend Cemetery, you'll pass Sue Schaefer's home.
I used to walk the dogs through the cemetery because you could see the last names of all the street names in the cemetery.
Names like Colfax, one of 47 people to ever be vice president of the United States. There are men and women from every single war buried on the 21 acres.
If somebody really wants to get into it, I'm sure they could find out a whole bunch of history in there.
But very few are actually walking through the gates. The most common visitors are gophers and troublemakers.
It's seen some vandalism over the past couple of years where gravestones have been damaged. So there are community groups currently working to restore those.
The city is hoping to liven the place up.
We're trying to stabilize it. We're trying to make it better connected to the rest of the neighborhood.
Over the last 6 months, the city's been seeking out feedback and even held 2 public meetings. All those comments and suggestions from the public have gone into the master plan in hopes that these historic grounds will become more of a staple in the community. One focus is drawing people in from Colfax.
So just converting the one-way to two-way and doing some streetscape work along Colfax will go a long ways in wayfinding and directing people to the cemetery.
There are also plans to add trees, lighting, and fix up the grave sites themselves.
In just improving the cemetery, we're also improving the neighborhood around the cemetery.
It's peaceful.
Neighbors like Sue are welcoming the improvements, and not just for themselves.
People that have passed away need respect too. It's just not the living.
The improvements will happen in phases. Work on streetscape landscaping will begin this fall, but Colfax won't be converted to a two-way until next year. The budget is currently being worked on, but TIF money is an option. There's also the possibility of more regular tours so that visitors can hear the stories behind the men and women buried there. For more information and details on the project, visit our website, WSBT.com.